destiny arrives all the same.
And now it's here. And as this room fill up, be sure to smash upon the like button. Mama said there'll be days, literally, just like this. The name is Law Nation. Come on. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Cowboys have a long way to go. Week 1 needs to be examined. Cowboys versus Eagles. Come on with it. 5, 4. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. Come on with it. Stand tall or not at all. We're here live on multiple outlets, multiple platforms. Be sure to hit the like button. Share it. It's carry. 5, 4, 3, 2. The last quarterback to win the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl. Come on with it. Yeah. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. The name is Law Nation, without hesitations nor deviations to the matter. Cowboys week 1 will face off versus the Philadelphia Super Bowl champs Eagles, right? Had to throw that in there because anytime that you talk to any Eagle fan, they got the best fans. They have the best water. They have the best jerseys. They have the best quarterback. They have the best running back. They have the best offensive line. They have the best wide receivers. They have the best everything, right? But then the moment you tell them about X, Y, and Z, then they say, no, he didn't have any help. I'm sitting there like, come on now. And that's just how it is talking to any Eagle fan. And they have the best spelling too, right? And the best math. That's the first time I ever used this particular situation. But 2 is greater than 5 and all of this good stuff. And that's just crazy, man, how the Eagles think. And last night, they tried to high-side me when I said that the Cowboys were 1.5 games away from going to the postseason. Well, if anybody watched Super Friends last night, let me know. I just need to know. They had the best DBs. Did I say that? The best interior linemen. The best everything, man. It just, they lose by chance, right? I guess, if they decide whether or not they win or lose. It's just Eagles versus Eagles, right? Yeah, this is for what it is. The only team in the National Football League that got the best of everything, right? The best GM, the best weather, all of this stuff that they try to put out there. Yeah. Edgar, I think we definitely gonna mop them boys, right? But for some strange reason, it is for what it is, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's standing tall with me. They currently have the best trophy. Yeah, I mean, hey, Toxic Tom, you're right on that. They have the best trophy, and they have betters and everything. So while everybody else play Madden on all Madden, they play Madden on the rookie level, however that goes, right? That's just how that is, too. So I'm getting tagged in a lot of stuff, right? And even when the numbers, even if you showcase the numbers of something else being something else, it still goes back to, no, it's not that nor this, and that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, fortunately, with all of that. Let me see if I can pull this up, y'all stations and these sorts of things, because It is for what it is. So in my mentions, there's a conversation that's brewing around about who's this and who's that. And one of the things that I get mentioned about a lot is some nuances of nonsense, right? So they say from ML football, hey, trying to seek the most attention possible. He says, who is the better NFL player? Jalen Carter or Osa Odighi-Ozua. Now, granted, Jalen Carter is a beast in everything that he do, right? And they both played 17 games. They both had 4.5 sacks. Solo tackles, Carter had 25. My guy had 25. Osa Odighi-Ozua. Forced fumbles. We're looking at 2 from Carter and only 1 from Osa. Pressure-wise, 53 from Carter and 60 pressures from the guy Osa Odighi-Ozua. Quarterback hit 16 to Osa's 23. So is the audio straight? Let me know. Audio straight? Let me know. Let me know if the audio straight. Somebody said audio. Let me know if we're getting that clear. That's from Ashley. Is the audio in and out? I guess they got the best audio. Shoot. Mic check 1 2 3. Can you guys hear me now? Log out and then come back in. Log out and come back in, and let's see if the audio is better now that we getting things moving and grooving. Let me know, Cowboy Nation. Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is better. Log out, come back in, clear off your Pornhub, and then come on back to me. Yeah. Close that out over there. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Yeah. I got to get off of those sites, man. Those news flash. If you got X's in your sites, that's why. Yeah. It says everybody's talking about CD Lamb, Pickens, but low-key Jake Ferguson is going to creep up on the defense. I agree, man. I 1,000% agree, man. Yeah, good. Everybody audio's good now. All right, so y'all clear cache, man, and clear out all of that stuff that y'all was watching the night before. Come on, man, y'all. I know y'all better than that. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. X videos and all of those things. The jumping rabbit, get out of that site and come on over here, jump over here at Law Nation Sports. And my OnlyFans, I got my shirt off, so y'all go to my OnlyFans if you really want to support the nation on that side of it. But here we go. When we look into this particular situation, the whole ideology is that when you think about it, the front 7 for the Eagles, we're going to have to see them week 1. Jalen Carter demands double team. I can tell you that Osa at times, if you fool around and if you're not bringing your lunch pail, he will get to you, right? He will generate the pressure. We know Osa can generate the pressure. Is he a little lighter than most 3 techs? Yes, but he wins with get off, burst, and getting upfield. Now, normally, I always envision Osa with a bigger 1 tech. I think that the drop-off from Osa comparable to a Jalen Carter is his running mate. I think that Jordan Davis and Milton Williams last season was a great inside help running mate. Not saying that Jalen Carter needed help, but it do help when you have other guys that can win their individual battles. Now, we'll be a monkey's uncle to say that my guy Mozzie got quick get off, quick burst, and get things going. You know what I'm saying? Law, this sounds rigged. How you know some of those sites? I don't know. I only said X, X. That's all I know is the X videos, and that's Twitter, right? Come on with it, But at the end of the day, y'all get off of those sites so that you guys can hear everything that I'm talking about, by the way. But when you look at it, hey, here's the thing. When you start to say who's better, well, who was drafted early, who was considered a premium pick. You can look at it from that aspect. Jalen Carter, I like him, especially what he did in Georgia. They have better contemporaries to work with him. Now, my thing is, when the Cowboys head into the 2025 season, I think that we would have a different approach. We would have a better way to attack teams, especially with Matt Eberflus. Overall, collectively speaking, Matt Eberflus versus what we had out of Mike Zim, and then the previous year what we had out of, what's his name over there? What's coach's name over there for Washington? Oh, Coach Quinn. Now, Coach Quinn, when you start to think of it, Coach Quinn, everywhere he went, what did Coach Quinn have issues with? What was his core problems? And granted, last year was only a sample size of what we got with Mike Zim, right? But wherever Coach Quinn went, they have a situation on stopping the run. If you go back and if you go watch the Washington team, and this is what I was lamenting last night, if you go back and ultimately watch the Washington team, they couldn't stop a nosebleed, right? They couldn't stop the run, right? They are one-dimensional on defense. They try to create pressure and hopefully get turnovers with takeaways. And that's how the Dan Quinn system operated for the first few years when he was here, right? Now, fast forward into Mike Zim. He's a little bit more stout and stern with his approach, but he didn't want to change up and shake up the joint as much because we was coming off of 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. All right, so now you add to Matt Eberflus, right? And Matt Eberflus' philosophy is a whole lot different from Zim, and it's closer to Zim than Quinn's, though, but it's different, right? They stop the run at all costs. And what I'm getting at is that if Mozzie don't show Matt Eberflus what he can do during training camp, there could be a situation and scenario that we see Jay Toya, how you say that man's name, or some type of acquisition that the Cowboys promised us that they was going to do. Because there's another trade acquisition that could be brewing up, right? And that's all I'm saying, that they going to get another bigger body to put right beside Osa. And you will see Osa generate more than 4.5 sacks. You will see him generate more than these type of stat lines that he's doing now. Because right now, the handicap for Osa is that he's doing majority of this stuff by himself. There's only a few people, a spoonful of people that can give us pressure. And that is Osa, and that is, dare I say, Micah Parsons, right? But what we did is we did grab Fowler, right? And we do have Donovan Ezaraku, or Ezarake, and Ezaraku, yeah, I'm going to have to watch his name several times. Appreciate you so much. Angie says, Lord, check your Cash App. Come on with it. Hey, don't spoil me with a great time, Angie. I appreciate you so much. Yes, indeed. Don't spoil me with a great time. Yeah, ooh, baby, girl, I love you. You my man. Hey. Appreciate you, Angie. Yeah.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Yeah. She understand the cause, man. I wish I can sing like Sexy Red.
Take some money out, all of it. Come on.
That boy said, "Come on." That's my favorite scene. One of my favorite scenes on Coming to America. Yeah, Mortimer, we back. Appreciate you so much for your support. All in, baby. Yeah, superstar. But just to look at the number one defense in the National Football League, where we got to go up against week one. And we were like the number 29th defense in the National Football League last year. So Angie got him singing. Yeah.
Sacrifice. Don't give up the fight.
Yeah, everything gonna be all right. Yes, indeed. But let's get to the point. Wrong video. Let's get to the point here. Let me see if I can go to my page here. and pull this up and get to the point of what we are talking about today. And I want to temper people's expectations, but the expectations for us to always win the Super Bowl. That's the expectations. It haven't been a single offseason that the Cowboys go into that you don't get people to say, hey, I guarantee you Cowboys going to make a long run. They were saying that you can pull archives and tapes. They were saying it with Mike McCarthy. They were saying it with Red Ball, Coach Red. They were saying it with Coach Wade Phillips. They were saying it. Now, Bill Parcells, they were saying it, and we thought something was going to be very tangible with him. But they were saying it with Dave Campo, Shane Gailey, right? They were saying it with anybody that coaches this team during the offseason, tractions and news. Hey, sales are down. Hey, we need to be able to pitch this particular proposal. And the best way that they can do that is by mentioning the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know if I'm lying. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Let's pull this up right quick. And this is, my guys, a real short clip. It's a real short clip. And here you go.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I'm going to say Buffalo finally wins it.
Ooh.
Cowboys.
Oh,
Come on. Yeah. Come on, Stray.
That's over there right now.
You know better than that. Come on, Troy.
Troy Aikman. Troy M&F and Aikman, man. That's my quarterback, Troy, Toxic Tom, I said it in 2007. Boy, Toxic, I know your feelings were hurt and crushed in 2007. If we had any chance and any opportunity, that would have been the best opportunity for us to win it in 2007. Boy, we played basketball with the football on that day in the playoff game. We were the better team. We were the better team, and it doesn't matter who you are as far as who's the best, because all it matters is, can you perform when it's ready for these type of things. But since you said 2007, let's pull up, and I appreciate you, Jason Barnes, for the $20 Cash App, man.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Come on with it.
Sacrifice.
Appreciate you, JB. All right, so this was another quarterback that was here. The audio may be low.
That's a big trade. I mean, that's having him and CD together is a game changer. And if you remember when they had Amari earlier and CD Lamb together, it makes it very difficult to focus on one player when you have two, kind of superstars out there. And I feel like when you have two guys like that, it just opens up the offense quite a bit. So I think the Cowboys did a great job this offseason. And kudos to the Joneses and what they did, because they needed to make up ground on the rest of the division, and they did extensively.
He said they made up ground. Who agrees with Tony Romo, the Cowboys' all-time passing yardage leader in Cowboys history? He said that they make up ground. They closed the gap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Did they close the gap? Because, snack cakes and things, that's a funny name. Patrick Creighton dropped the ball. Yeah, but if you go back and watch it, he dropped the ball in the third quarter. That didn't happen in the fourth quarter. You still had a whole quarter. For Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, that's eons of time to have 15 minutes, But that's a whole nother conversation. Y'all said Truth Only says, yes, we did close the gap, right? And Toxic Tom said that's when he became toxic in 2007. Yeah, and if I can get y'all to watch that game all over again, you guys will realize, oh, wow, boy, we were terrible in this spot. We were great at this spot. Oh, man, why we couldn't do that in these particular angles and moments, right? So, yeah. Ace Boogie, get down with it. Tony knows what he's talking about. He was thinking about what he could have done with CD and Pickens. I mean, yeah, I think that, when you look at Tony Romo's game, He was a fluent passer, right? He knew the field. The game slowed down for him once he'd hit his 8th and 9th season. Things became a little bit slower for him, and he was able to dissect and get the ball out and do crazy things. I'm going to go to my grave and say this, though. Tony Romo was a wasted good for us because we didn't have the proper coaching, right? If you pick up a good coach and you put him in the system for Tony Romo opposed to Jason Garrett, right, it would have been a whole lot better. To a point and to a degree, even if Jerry looked right into Sky Mirror, look right into his soul and say, you know what, Jason Garrett, I want you as my head coach. Wade Phillips, I like you, but I want you to be my defensive coordinator. I think that we would salvage a third of what Tony Romo was trying to do in his career, because one of the pitfalls were for the simple fact that our defense was good, but then once Wade left, our defense became bad. We had we had the guy Monty Kiffin falling all asleep inside the damn press box, and then we went and got one older guy to another older guy. What was the guy with the belly? I forgot his name. We had him trying to coach up defense, one of the Ryan brothers, and that was bad blood because his allegiance always fell with the Eagles for some strange reason. And then we went from him to Papa Rob Marinelli, and now we back to this point. All we had to do was make the decisions, Jerry, not to pull up old news, but this is all for context. All you had to do is make the decision, stand on your NUTs and say, hey, I feel as though my son, Jason Garrett, is the next head coach, and I'm going to make him the head coach now. Wade Phillips, hey, we like what you can do from a defensive coordinator situation, but you're not head coach material. Why don't you train up my son, and you can give free range to do whatever you want on defense. I think that would have been the best possibility ever for the Cowboys if they wanted to hold on to Jason Garrett, right? But that's a whole nother 4-hour show. I appreciate you. Rico says, you cooking, Law. I appreciate you, man. But here's some audio footage that was pretty much recorded, and this is my guy. Sent to me from an unknown source. Is George Pickens. For those who part of the membership squad, you probably seen this 2 days ago, but it's old news now. So just like NFL news age, just like bananas on top of the refrigerator. None of this Cowboys content is evergreen. But speaking of it, let me see if I can play this. Let me know if you guys can hear audio.
The draft. I was wondering when you first learned about it, and then when you found out when it went through, what were you doing and what was your gut reaction?
It was kind of like my old draft reaction, honestly. Just I kind of found out when everyone else found out, to be honest.
And then how do you feel about being a Dallas Cowboy?
I feel great. I like the mojo here. I like the swag. Everybody, it's a lot of new players that I've been meeting all around the long way. So I feel like they got a great thing going for sure.
No doubt. So that's part of the interview, and we'll pause and go over and give you commentary between these particular pauses here. Someone in the chat, your name went away, but he said we should have kept Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is good for like 2 or 3 years, and then he get figured out. Now, Washington, they do believe in his philosophy and system, so they back him, right? But he's going to go as far as his offensive coordinator go. I truly believe that the moment his offensive coordinator get promoted and he got to find another one, it's going to be a big hole for him. And Dan Quinn, I have no ill wills against him. I get it, right? Just like anyone on this planet, self-preservation always kick in. It is reported that a person can eat his own hand and live at least 2 to 3 weeks longer, right? Cut off his hand, eat his hand. But self-preservation will not allow you to bite through your own skin. Your brain is going to be like, dog, you need them phalanges. You need that skin and all of that stuff. So you won't go through it. So self-preservation for Dan Quinn was exactly how that Green Bay Packer game looked like the last time we was in the postseason. He checked out. He wasn't really all in on the ideology of drawing up a great game plan because he was already focused and fixated on the job that he was going to receive once he get canned. That's just how it is. And truth be said, technically, Dan Quinn never was fired from the Cowboys.
Appreciate it.
George, Clarence Hill, all DLS Cowboys. Can you talk about your excitement of playing with Dak Prescott? You haven't really played with a lot of top echelon quarterbacks in your career, and you get a chance to play with Dak. And also, which have they told you about your role with CD and how that's going to work?
I'm great. I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to play with Dak. As far as like roles and stuff like that, I'm just here to work. Whatever role finds me best is where I'm gonna find myself.
Is that political talk? I mean, where the diva version of? Where's that malcontent? Where's that guy that's going to be moving stuff around and say, give me the damn ball? He sounded like, hey, he can run for president, you know?
George, Todd Archer with ESPN. Last season, Coach Tomlin said you need to grow up some. I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on that? And how do you think this can be maybe a restart for you and where you are in your career?
Just taking one day at a time. I feel like everybody in the world, you know, is working on growing on their better end of themselves, and I feel like growth for me is taking a great direction and me coming to the Cowboys.
The boy saying growth is the best direction for me to take upon the Cowboys. Yeah. Blue will also play. This is my guy, Roll Tide, in the chat. He said Blue will also play some wide receiver. He's versatile in that space, right? And one of the things that even Shotty said in his system, that we need release valves. If one is doing X, Y, and Z things, right, the other can do the other parts of the alphabet, right? So what I'm getting at is that basically we're not finna paint these players into a corner. If you have the ability and if you have the skill sets to get things done, then you get it done. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Come on with it. Oh my God, I gotta reshare that one. Come on with it.
John Machota, The Athletic. George, you're in obviously the final year of your rookie contract. Do you want to sign an extension before the season starts, or how do you feel about that situation?
I'm kind of where my feet are right now, to be honest. I'm not really thinking about contract talks. I'm just glad to be here at Cowboys right now and, you know, trying to build a winning culture.
Skyler Dixon with the AP. George, welcome to Dallas. Following up on Coach Tomlin and those sorts of things, how much do you feel like you sort of have to rehabilitate the way people look at you or the perception of people and you and some of those sideline things as you try in a new place?
You know, I can't really, you know, change anyone's opinion. Me personally, I just, you know, like I said, continue to grow. I feel like everybody in the world has to grow. You get older and older as you grow. And like I said, I'm just trying to build a winning culture, which they already have at the Cowboys. I'm just glad to be joining.
Boy, that boy said all of the right words, boy. Shoot. Somebody in here y'all will let George date your daughter right now. Come on, y'all know he's saying the right words. Come on, man. Ain't that right, Michael? Ain't that right, Toxic Tom, if you have a daughter? You know, Sadiq. Come on with it, David Woods. Y'all right now will let him date your daughter because at the end of the day, he's saying the right words. This is not AI George, right? And he said, we already have a winning culture. I'm just here to be a part of it. I can't wait to be here, basically, in so many words. Yeah, he's already lied, huh, Toxic? I have a home by 11, you know. We going straight to the movies, and we coming straight back home, Toxic Tom. And then he fool around and call him FaceTime, and all you hearing is, boy, I'm burnt up, boy. I'm burnt up, baby. Yeah. yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, wow. Appreciate it.
Hey, George. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. You obviously know something about a winning culture, having come from Georgia, being a national champion in that capacity, and then you became a highlight reel for the Steelers, and obviously there were games won there as well with you guys making the playoffs. Just what can you bring to the Cowboys through your view that can help build that winning culture that you're talking about?
Just working every day. Consistent work is always, the best answer for building any winning culture in any type of sport. So just working every day.
Long pause.
George, Nick Harris, 4-Star Telegram. Welcome to Dallas. From your time in Pittsburgh, obviously a lot of ups, a lot of downs. What would you say led to the split from your perspective?
Business, this game is just as much as a business as it is football. So it's kind of like out of my control. I'm just, like I said, I'm glad to be here at Dallas and able to continue to win the culture that they have.
Yeah, what do you have learned from Dallas in the last 48 hours do you think could allow you to have a productive time here?
Just everything about the whole building, all the staff members here, all the coaches here, all the players here. Everyone's different. So just learning them is one of the biggest things that I'm trying to do right now.
Hey, George, Todd Youssef, The Athletic. Just curious, going back to your draft process, how much conversation did you have with the Cowboys leading up to the 2022 draft, and if so, what were those conversations like?
I didn't talk much with them, to be honest. But the draft is a little bit different than the situation that I'm in now. And like I said once before, just glad to be here, as a Cowboy.
Gotcha. And with CeeDee Lamb, what do you expect that dynamic with you and him to be in terms of what he allows you to do with the coverage that he attracts, and also what you can allow him to do in terms of moving in the slot and outside and everywhere else?
Super dynamic. CD is a super dynamic receiver, super dynamic person, player. I just feel like schematically you can't, you won't be able to double everybody. So that'd be a great thing for me and him.
Man, this dude don't talk what he look like, and he definitely sound like he can process taxes or do something else, man. He don't sound like that evil villain that everybody painted him to be, don't he? Yeah. Hey, George. Oh, George. Oh, hold on, George. No, George. I'm just playing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he is that dude. He is that dude still. He just letting us know right now that he can be both ways with it. So, hey, that boy, that dog George, hey, man, shoot. He's a hell of a good interviewer. God, dog. Sheesh.
Hey, George, Joe Hoyt, DLS Sports. Who have you talked to with the Cowboys so far? Have you had conversations with Ryan Schottenheimer or Jerry Jones, and what were those conversations like?
I haven't talked to Jerry yet. Talked to some of the coaches, few of the players, and like I said, just building a winning culture. That's mostly what the conversations were about, just building a winning culture.
And George, you were kind of rumored to potentially be a potential trade target for a while in Pittsburgh. Did you ever request a trade, or was that just something that filtered out on its own?
Yeah, I think it just filtered out on its own. Like I said, I kind of figured out when everyone else figured out. Just super proud and super glad to be here where I'm at now.
George showed up with the white Air Forces.
DallasCowboys.com. When you look back on your 3 years in Pittsburgh, is there maybe anything in retrospect that you would have done differently or handled differently, whether it be on or off the field?
I can't really say that. I'm more of like where I'm at right now, where my feet at. So can't even really think about it in the past. I'm just glad to be a Cowboy.
Be where your feet at, man. He been listening to Law Nation.
We're
I'm
going to
telling
go to
you.
James Slater with NFL Network.
Yeah.
Hey, George, James Slater with the NFL Network. A lot of people, when they heard about this trade, obviously pointed out your desire to have the ball, the need to have an impact on the game, and maybe some of the emotions that come with it when, say, the ball doesn't come your way. With a guy like CeeDee Lamb in Dallas, one, what is your thoughts on that outside perception? But B, how do you weigh the balance of a guy like CeeDee Lamb in this offense and then also getting the ball to you? Like, how have you kind of worked through that right now? Does it excite you?
Oh, yeah, it excites me a lot. Because in the game of football, we can work off each other. There's no, he gets the ball, I get the ball. We're working off each other. That's why I always come back to, building a winning culture. And that's kind of what we've been talking about in Dallas.
What did CeeDee reach out to you? Who was the first Cowboy you heard from?
I've been knowing CeeDee for a while before kind of all of this occurred. But the first person I talked to was my agent, of course.
Was CeeDee in your ear in the offseason talking about this possibility of you coming to Dallas? How much did he have a say in it?
Nah, he didn't. We weren't talking until it happened. So he didn't really he didn't sway me or anything like that. It's kind of, business is business.
Business is business, boy.
No, we're going to go back to Todd Archer.
Left them speeches like, look, man, let's just go back to Todd and them, man. Let's go back to Archer, man, because this dude is too polished. That boy a smooth stone. They thought they was going to get a rugged stone.
George, have you heard from Dak, and what excites you most about working with Dak and what he's been able to do with guys like CD and Amari Cooper over the years?
Talk about the quarterback.
Yeah, that was one of the first guys that I definitely contacted with was Dak. He's just, just watching his game over the years, he's a very prolific QB and smart QB at that. So I'm just glad to be working with him.
And when will you be here full time, I guess? Do you start immediately in the off-season program? Do you wait a little bit for minicamp? When do you anticipate kind of getting going with this team?
Just as quickly as I can find a place to live, you know what I mean, get a vehicle and stuff like that.
Look, relatives right now, I'll be waiting at the airport, man, with my relatives, people and everything, I'll be waiting at the airport to sell him a house and a car, automobile, But in Dallas, I would recommend him not to ride a car. Don't ride a car, man. Look, I've learned that in Dallas, I had a two-seater when I first got up here. Nice Infinity two-seater, man. I'm talking about, that mug can scoot. But, man, in Texas, man, the roads, and I would recommend a big-body vehicle for them. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into other details. I recommend a big-body vehicle, man, because you want to be able to have something with a little power, a little scoot ability, and get on the road, hit the slab 35. You need to get a 35. You need to hit 75. You can hit it and scoot it, and they won't run you over, man, when you're riding these big vehicles. But them little old cars, man, I recommend George Pickens. What y'all recommend for him to do? Like a F-150. What y'all recommend for him to do, man? What kind of vehicle y'all can see him riding in?
All right, back to Skylar.
Wait a minute. Kevin Joseph is an Uber driver now. I recommend. No, don't be Ubering with Kevin Joseph, though. He may have some drive-bys and stuff. Oops, I said that out loud.
Nixon.
George, back on the CD thing, there was so much talk in the offseason about a number 2 for CD. I just wondered how somebody like you views
a G-Wagon. He can write that off, right. Caddy SUV, I see you. Okay. F-150 PT Cruiser, Escalade, Call Frenkel and Frenkel, 250 law big boy
you
truck.
As a 1
250
and a 2 or a 1 and a 1A, or do we on the outside make too much of that label of 1 and 2 or whatever?
I'll probably most definitely say on the outside. You guys make it a 1A, 1B, and all of this. Honestly, that's the first time I've heard any of that stuff.
Hey, Angie, he said he haven't heard 1A, 1B, none of that stuff. We got a super chat from Angie. I appreciate you so much for your support. Black Chevy, Yukon. Get one of those. Or you go. All right, so Tandra. Pickens can find a house in Oak Cliff. He'll fit right on in. Now, Oak Cliff is being broken down into pieces. Now, is that North Oak Cliff or South Oak Cliff? Because I ain't from here, you know. Is that by the chicken? Was that Rudy's Chicken? Is you talking about over there, or you talking about where the park at? You know, I just need to know what side of Oak Cliff do he need to be a part of, you know. Yeah. Let me know. Get him a Maybach, a John Deere tractor. He better not, Sean, he better not be wearing 13. Don't put that kid in a 13. GMC Yukon. Yeah, he need him a big boy truck. He should rock 80 or 84. Who's rocking 84? 84 fit him, right? Yeah. It's too hot. It's too hot in Dallas to be riding them Teslas, man. Your battery blow up on you, man. Yeah.
I feel like two receivers are kind of normal. When I used to watch football, there was always a good receiver, and then there was always another good receiver on the side of him. So I just feel like we're going to work off each other very well.
And then we'll go to Garrett Podell.
Hey, George, welcome to Dallas. You have one of the highest yards per catch averages in the entire NFL the last few years. Kind of what goes into that, and could you describe the style of play and the on-field player the Cowboys are getting?
Just trying to catch every pass. I kind of embrace myself and hone in on that when I'm on the field. So whether that's a slant, last couple of years has been go ball, so that's why I led the category in that. But just definitely trying to catch every pass.
Y'all caught that? Y'all caught that, what he said?
Field player the Cowboys are getting.
He says, basically, whatever you put me in, I'm going to get better at it, basically.
Just trying to catch every pass. I kind of embrace myself and hone in on that when I'm on the field. So whether that's a slant, last couple of years has been go ball, so that's why I led the category in that. But just definitely trying to catch every pass.
All right, Nick Harris.
My gosh, boy.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Man, put y'all hands together for my guy, Philip Henderson. And I ain't talking about the chicken, unless you own Henderson Chicken. Appreciate you, man, so much for your support, your generous donation for the help elevate the nation.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Shout out to him, man.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Put PH in the chat. He dropped $100, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for.
And they understand the cost.
Oh, wait. Hey, man, where'd that get? Jeez. $100,
Hey, George,
man.
you talked
Appreciate
about how
you.
you had
PH
early
100.
conversations with the coaching staff about contributing to a winning culture. What would you say you can contribute to that, and who are you as a teammate?
Definitely bringing a lot of guys along that, you know, me winning the championship at Georgia, I definitely know how to win. And like one of the reporters said, making the playoffs with the Steelers, I'm definitely knowing the formula to make it to the next level. So just bringing what I know already with what these guys know already. You know what I mean? So just getting to know them a little bit more.
He said he know how to win.
Do you know what number
Georgia.
you're wearing
I'm not sure. Hopefully that's like just like you guys know, I will find out as well.
This brother, man. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. PH 100, man. You know what I'm saying? This brother's good. And trust me, I've been banging the table for a long time for to have a kind of caliber of player like a Pickens. And let me see if I can play this audio. It might go to commercial.
Hey guys,
give me my money.
I just found
Give me my money.
amazing digital marketing expert on Fiverr.
Yeah. Let me get it before they hit me for copyright. Cedric Wilson is no longer. Let me see.
Outside of PD, we don't have nobody to really help. Brandon didn't. Yeah. He came along late in the season, but outside of that, who's gonna help in this receiver room? Do we really trust Tolbert and Turpin to really move the needle down the field this year? We didn't. I think we could have took.
Listen,
Troy Frenkel was on the board for forever. I think he would have been a really good help. And
over which one of the guys though? So let's see. So and let me make some corrections. I thought he was talking about Watson, the running back for Memphis. I got the same headband on, boy. Oh, so yeah, Blake Corum gonna do nice things over there in Rams land. But I appreciate y'all in the chat for letting me know that. All right, so when you talking about who's gonna step in for wide receiver, listen properly. We drafted Tolbert early. A third-round draft pick, in my opinion, is considered early draft pick for me, right? I think that the whole swap thing could have been in that year because Sam Williams was drafted in the second round, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we drafted Tolbert. I was thinking that we should have went because I think for sure Sam would have fell to the third. I think that if we would have just swapped it, we should have got that kid from Georgia who went to the Steelers, and that would have been our dog right there. I've got his name tip of my tongue. Pickens. What's his first name? Pickens. George Pickens. I think that, man, it would have been the perfect balance for us, right? Yeah.
Right.
And Pickens, I think that would have been a perfect balance. That would have been a for sure dog versus the guy who said that he is a dog, and we haven't seen that out of Tolbert yet. So, and I think Sam would. Yeah, boy, I've seen the light. Yeah, come on, baby. Down, boy, down. Hey, kibbles and bits. Shit, down, boy. Yeah. So. Delayed but not denied, baby. We finally got our dog, you know. A for sure dog versus the person that say he's a dog but haven't been a dog. Y'all get what I'm going with. Would have fell to the third round, but we kind of like, you know, Quinn started speaking highly of Sam Williams, and so far Sam Williams collectively only have 600 snaps in the National Football League in his last years or what have you. So it's crazy. So, but I'm saying that as far as wide receivers who can step up, we got to see now, man, what Jalen Tolbert is made of.
Right.
We got
and then they got some free agents, but I think if you get Renfro in that offense, you.
Yeah. So that's old school. Now to watch. My guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, I'm telling you, man, he is notorious of finding clips. I was like, damn, Boss, how did you remember I said that? I said it, and I couldn't even remember it. And then he sent it over to me and said, Law, fast forward to about 1 hour into this live stream, you know, and you will hear what you said it. And it came to pass. So if y'all want to rewatch the entirety of that old school video that was done a couple years ago, a year and a half ago, go and check that video out for your boy. It's in the description box, so it's in the link is in the chat area. Yeah. But I appreciate you once again, man. Shout out to PH. Put PH100 for dropping the $100 Cash App, man. I really appreciate you so much for your support and your love and adulations. Now, granted, the craziest thing of it all, I can't do my guy like that, Toxic Tom. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him. You know, he's with the agency, and I'm wanting him to have a crazy good year in this Sam Williams. The craziest thing of it all, he still only have 600 snaps in his entire career. That is crazy, Cowboy Nation. That is flat out crazy on how all of that is happening here. And it's crazy to think that these type of things will be sufficient for the Cowboys by using second-round draft picks and not able to see them. So I don't want that to happen for Donovan Ezuraku. But here are the notable players that is represented by Athlete First. And they are, might as well say, the Cowboys Athlete First, because we have Dak Prescott, Michael Parsons, Malik Hooker, Kenneth Murray, Dante Fowler, Tyler Smith, George Pickens, Damone Clark, Tyler Guyton, Sam Williams, Brandon Aubrey, Andre Booth, Kalen Carson, Donovan Ezuraku. So all of those boys are represented by Athlete First, who David Mulugeta got his hands real close to him. And the craziest thing is their office is right here in Dallas. One of their satellite offices is right here in Dallas. So if you can etch in Jalen Ramsey, this will be a landslide for us, because all I'm looking for now is one more favor. One more favor from Athlete First is to get these guys in here so that we can see the fullness of this team. And I would love, LOVE, to see us have a complete defensive back room. And I think that Jalen Ramsey, to a degree, would bring us that. And even with the bum shoulder and all, as a DB, hell, you don't use your shoulder that much. Stay in front. Use your legs, man. Redirect with your offhand. And I'm talking about Asante Samuel Jr. I get it. His father talking all type of crazy stuff about Deion Primetime Sanders, but that's his daddy. Come on, bring the son over, man. Bring him over to the Cowboys land and let us compete, break the pool stick, and let's see who can win out that spot on DB. And then if we can do that, then our weak spot on defense, in my opinion, is one tech. It's one little old hole. Right? Because I ain't worried about our safeties. And I do love the aspect of, let me see if I can find it right quick. I do love the aspect of this right here. I love seeing this, man. You know what I'm saying? The trenches at home. This was Shavon Rebel with his dad. Man, come on, man. Older brother and younger brother. Man, don't you know how many times me and the twin maker boy, we did this, But we didn't have pads on inside the house, though, Shoot, mama would have had that damn shoe. Yeah, my mama had like a shoe, and she had this Delta paddle. We all pledged Deltas, and we all boys over here. My mama was a notorious Delta with this Delta paddle, and she would swing that thing at you, man. She don't care if it hits you or the person who's in standby. But you ain't going to play around with shoulder pads and stuff like that inside the house. Yeah, you had to go outside. Yeah. DJ Reader and Ramsey I'm pouring the Kool-Aid out. Yeah. Seabass. Oh, Seabass, your mom had the same shoes? It's something about them ladies, man. Shoot, that was born in the 50s and the 60s. They had them damn shoes that they would take off and throw it at you, Yeah. Or a broomstick. Yeah. They'll beat you with a broomstick. Yeah. But here's some audio for Stephen Jones said about George Pickens.
Take us through the transaction, how you guys got this deal done, and the expectations for Pickens for this season.
Well, first of all, we look at him, it's just two starting receivers out there. We don't necessarily even think we take him as more than a two when we were looking at the deal. Certainly we looked at the draft, in terms of scratching an itch, seeing what might be available there in the draft. But here you get a guy who's got experience, who's had great success in the NFL, obviously a tremendous competitor. He reminds a lot in our building of Dez Bryant in terms of
Dez, come on with it. Yeah, we got Dez back, baby. Throw up the egg. Yeah, them hairbrushes. Yeah, them hairbrushes, man. Look, my two older brothers spoiled it for me, man. They like 6'3", 6'4". I stopped growing at 5'10", 5'11", with cleats on and stuff. So I'm short king around here. So my brother, true story, when he was 9, he wore a size 9. When he was 10, he wore a size 10. I'm talking about feet sizes, right? And then, or shoe sizes. So when he got back to, when he was 14, that joker wore a size 14. I stopped at 11 and a half. That's my shoe size. But at some point, when my mom started beating them a little bit, I can say it now. They can't put her in no jail now. She's in heaven. But, when she used to beat them with them belts, I'll never forget my older brother. He turned around, story time. He turned around and said, Mom, come on. Come on, man. What these, that joke all swollen and stuff. He like, Mom, come on. Now, this ain't even hurting right now. I said, why did this hero say that? So then she said, okay, I got something for you. She went into the closet And we ain't talking about the one that R. Kelly talking about. But she went into the closet and got one of them damn broomsticks. I'm talking about one of them real brooms with the straws, you know. And she popped that brother up beside the head and the back. He like, ah! Mama. That's the last time I ever seen my brother talk back to Mom and them. But I was watching the whole thing, and I was sitting there like, yeah. I ain't gonna be talking back because I know if I get hit one time with that broom, it's gonna be it's gonna be me in the ground somewhere because I can't take that lick. Because she reached back to the heavens with that damn broomstick and said, "Kapow!" I said, man, he took that lick like a champ. That brother was yelling and crying and blood gushing and stuff. I was like, yeah. Mama a real one. I ain't finna get hit like that. So that's why I say when you the middle child, when you in the middle of everything, you learn from your older brother's mistakes, you know? Come on with it. Y'all know. The belt stopped working, you know. Yeah, so funny, Law, when that belt didn't work anymore. My mom got the drape rods. Okay, man, we in the same family. Yeah, you from Mississippi? The extension cords don't work, you know. We get immune to the extension cords, but that damn broomstick will wake you up. Yeah, Aaron Judge ain't got nothing on Mama Law. All right, so B says, shut the F up, Steven. This is why you lost out on the contract. You ain't lying. You talking about Stephen Jones. Amp, my guy, what's good? What was Mama's batting average, man? Shoot, she don't miss. She don't miss with that damn shoe either. The shoe had a boomerang, a homing device. Batman ain't got nothing on Mama. He don't. All right, let's get back to it. I had to segue over to story time.
Competitiveness and what he brings to the field, his edge. And, we were, as I said, we were looking at the draft as a way to look at filling that need when it didn't happen. We had some opportunities around the league that we were looking at, and this one, at the end of the day made the most sense. And whether it was Coach Schottenheimer and his offensive staff looking at him, whether Will McClay and the personnel group, obviously, Jerry and myself felt like this was the best action for us, and
right.
Certainly one that made a lot of sense to us.
No doubt. Precisely. But if you fool around watching this and it don't smell right, you got to get in control of things. And let me tell you how you can get in control of it. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go, and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
No doubt, let's go with it, baby. And the invisible cream will work. Now, if you're getting beat up with broomsticks and stuff like that for talking back to moms and them, or if you get hit with a shoe, I don't think Mando can cover up that. But if you smelling, hey, it can cover that up with some invisible cream. So be sure to purchase Mando, and they even got the Cowboys colors for you. And you can rub this on, and it lasts up to 72 hours on some clean skin. Now, if you got some dirty skin already, I don't know the potency of that, but I'm telling you, wash your skin off, put this on. At least it can last up to 72 hours, and maybe you can smell nice for her. You know what I'm saying? After you done got your butt whooped. But neither here nor there. My guy, Lord Bronson, last night was speaking very Brody about Jalen Hurts being the face of the franchise for that particular team. And we're going to segue into that, and then we may open up the phone lines for the first 3 or 4 callers, okay? All right? So, but before I go into that, I just want to let y'all know that how difficult it could have been for, let me see if I can pull this up, while they are about to talk on these type of things. Let me see if I can just pull this up in the background. Okay, yeah.
Of the NFC. The NFL, let me tell y'all this, and we can expound upon this so I could tell y'all ourselves.
And my guy Louis T thinks that the face of the franchise is about to be Jaden Daniels for the NFC East. Now that's a whole nother conversation for the nation, but I'm going to tell y'all that it's a near miss, because at the end of the day, the Cowboys still going to be the creme de la creme. We still going to get the most views. We still going to get the most viewership, because haters tune in just as much as supporters.
Before y'all see it with y'all own eyes, the NFL is putting us on a campaign this year to make Jaden Daniels the face of the NFC. He will be the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes in the AFC. We will have 7 primetime games this year. 7, count them up.
7?
But why would it be him?
They trying to get that stadium built. They trying to get that stadium built. That's what it is, huh?
You know that, or you guessing that?
I'm guessing. I mean, we gonna have 2 Mondays.
7 prime times.
Just check this out. We gonna have 2 Mondays, 2 Sundays. We already know we playing the Eagles on a Saturday. We got the Madrid game over in Spain. That's 6. And we probably playing Dallas on Thanksgiving. If not, me and the LB.
So if the Eagles have the same amount of primetime games, how can you make that case?
You won the Super Bowl. Like, you got a Thursday game just off the strength of you winning the Super Bowl. Like, you wouldn't have been there if you didn't win the Super Bowl. They weren't going to put you on Monday. They weren't going to put you on Sunday. They would have put you in your normal week 2 Monday night spot. That's where you belong. That's where you always go. But what I'm telling you is, we are prime real estate now because of Jaden Daniels. I call it the Jaden Daniels effect.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
He may have a point, though, LB, because where's the draft going to be at next year? I was off.
That's in 2 years. That's in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and by the fact, where's the draft next year? Because now that I'm educated, in 2 years it's going to be in Washington, D.C. But where's the draft at next season? Y'all help me out. Maybe I can plan around to get to that one. Amp says, pitch the Mando to the team because we stunk last season. Yeah, that's probably why they got me this doggone deal. Shout out to Mando, though. Appreciate you, man. We love you over here. But come on, keep him rolling. Keep him rolling for me. Yeah, we're going to smell better because we using Mando. Ain't that right? Come on with it.
Daniels effect. All of
that's what it is. Jaden Daniels. I think that's what it is.
The draft was in Philly before.
Man, I'm Jalen Hurts then.
No, but
the draft is in Nashville. Okay, all right.
This is the thing. Jalen Hurts is a good player, but that's more of a team over there. Like, what we're getting,
the whole team wasn't at the Met Gala. The whole team wasn't in Time Magazine.
The whole team wasn't at the White House. Everybody, that ain't for everybody. What's for one guy ain't for everybody.
People in the world. The whole team wasn't in the Time Magazine. The whole team wasn't on.
Oh, wait. The draft is going to be in Pittsburgh?
Shame.
That's sad, man. Draft bed in Pittsburgh. Ain't nobody going over there, man. No Pittsburgh. I thought nobody go to Green Bay either. Man, why they keep having these drafts in the rural cities, man? Come on with it. Shoot, it's crazy.
Men's Health Magazine. Right. The whole team didn't win Super Bowl.
They're not, because the quarterback gets the spoils. You know that.
Right.
But when we look at this team, your quarterback threw for less than 3,000 yards this season.
Jalen Hurts is everywhere off the field. If you think the NFL is trying to prop up Jaden Daniels to be the NFC face over Jalen Hurts right now, you're bugging.
They're looking for a face, though. They're looking for a face.
Of course they are.
Jalen Hurts. The face is there.
Oh,
it's
man.
not Jalen Hurts, bro.
There.
All right. So this is the part that I got to retort, right? I hate to bring this up. When you do think of the Washington team right now, what first thing come to mind outside of fecal matter falling out of the sky, right? When you think of the Washington team, Pittsburgh, a fun town. Okay, I'm gonna have to try it before I dog it then. Toxic, the Steel City. I'm gonna have to see it for myself. And as long as they got some good hamburgers and stuff like that, some French fries, and put some Gouda cheese and all of that stuff on mine, some crumbled cheese, I'll be all right, all right. When you think of the Washington team, who's the first person you think of, right? You think of Jaden Daniels. I get that. But if you really think about the Eagles, who's the first person you think of? Yeah, who's the first person you think of? Because when I'm looking at this right here, I'm seeing that this dude was doing everything for the Eagles, man, and he just got there. You think of Saquon Barkley. Look what he was able to do. I mean, people are not pulling up highlights of Hurts, and that's Hurts in the highlight there. He will be in the highlight. But people are thinking of Saquon Barkley. Let me get away from it because, the NFL be tripping nowadays. But you guys give it what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, Snyder, I miss Dan Snyder, man. Oh, my gosh. Steel City Law. Come on with it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Randall Cobb, or you think of the tush and the push, right? But at the end of the day, Saquon Barkley is what people think of. And that was the catalyst or the straw to stir the drink for the Philadelphia Eagles. When you have good run game and your quarterback can pass less than 3,000 yards and Dak Prescott got hurt week 4, week 5, and pretty much was out of it, and he only had 7 more touchdowns than him, some crazy number like that. People are not thinking of anybody else when you talk about the Eagles. Now, granted, for a small sample, Jalen Hurts, he's a very likable guy. He's another guy that you would let date your daughter and all of these things. Dak, I don't know. Shout out to my guy Dak Prescott. But, Dak have his whole deal before he got drafted and a whole bunch of other stuff. But at the end of the day, when you think of the Cowboys, the first 2 people you think of probably the number one person you're always gonna think of is Jerry, right? Jerry gonna always steal the highlights and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be the quarterback Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, of course, and then it's gonna be Michael Parsons. But still, CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons' jersey sales is not as high as the quarterback. That's how that goes. But neither here nor there. Let's talk about this. But if you are driving around, let me go to the beginning of this one. Let me see if I can go to the beginning of this one. Yeah. Watch this right here. Yeah, this is the vehicle that old boy need. Now he did this on purpose. Some people play with their lives like this on purpose. You might have to zoom in. Now he revved his engine up right beside the police officer. Yeah. Come on, boy. Yeah. Watch how he toys with him, That boy crazy, man. Watch that officer. Watch how you get out on him. Woo! What kind of vehicle that is, y'all? Help a brother out. Watch how he scoot on that boy. He was getting, boy, he sat down on that one right there. Wow. That boy gone. That boy gone, boy. Woo! But he gonna really scoot on him, boy. He gonna scoot on him, boy. That boy, I don't recommend y'all to drive like this, though. But that officer keeping up with him, though. That officer keeping up with him. Woo! Hey, there's two things you still can't outrun, though. You can't outrun the radio and the helicopters, though. You can't outrun those things. Yeah, that man sound notorious on that. Yeah. Yeah. He left it. Look at that officer. That's George Pickens, baby. He's in Dallas, baby. He gonna get away. Hey, turn to Frisco, George. Yeah. They said he got away, but if he fool around and hit something, y'all know what he needs to do.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
And they understand the
Chosen by the
cost.
people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yeah. Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyer. Yeah. You ain't outrunning the helicopters, nor you outrunning that radio. But if you do run into a situation or into a jam, reach out to our partners, Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. They are here in the heart of Dallas. That's 214 or 817, and all of the threes you can dial. They have combined over 100 years of experiences. Lord, that's a Mustang. Change it. Facts. Okay. Come on with it. Appreciate you. Smoke one for you. And as this room continues to fill all the way up, let's get it. I don't see us signing Tristan Wirfs. It would have been all over my timeline by now. But we got some callers in the building from. If you want to call in to Law Nation Sports, that's 657-390-7391. And the first caller, the baller, from the 206, I got MJ. And then I got the 910. Hold tight. But MJ, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrankelFirm.com. Talk to me, bro.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man, doing great, man. Just watching that guy get out on that Hellcat or that Dodge Charger Challenger, whatever he had. Yeah, but what's good, bro?
Yeah, who was that? Who was that running?
That was George Pickens, man, back in the days.
Oh, serious?
No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
I was about to say, I'm like,
But we know the guy got away. They never caught him. True story.
oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have got away in L.A. Them helicopters would have put that light on your butt. They follow you all the way.
Yeah, that helicopter, man. You can't that eye in the sky, man. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to dodge it unless you go on the
underpass. Get away from here. Oh, no.
And they don't have that Grand Theft Auto where you can paint your car real quickly.
Yeah. They ain't get away in L.A. When they put that light on you, that helicopter, you done.
You done.
He's caught. But I was seeing last night. I said, "Well, you gotta have me come on there and debate them three clowns." Now the giant guy, I don't know where he get that from. Oh, we're gonna beat. Yeah, I think I got. Nah, fool, you gonna get swept.
Oh,
You're about to get destroyed because you see, you didn't hit him with them DNs. You got the best. You got 6 DNs, the best in NFC. Ain't nobody close to you. Not Philly, not the Redskins. Not the Giants. They finna get killed. And he bragging on Carter, but our boy is more. Have you seen that guy technique? It's way better than Carter, bro.
You talking about the Osa Adike Ozua?
No, I'm talking about the new DN from Boston College.
Oh, okay. You talking about Donovan Ezeruke versus Abdul Carter?
His technique better than Parson, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I said, this guy is cold-blooded. This dude got so many moves.
I think that this is what I'm seeing. Abdul Carter, he is good. He's bigger. He's quick off his releases. But Donovan Ezeraku, he got more tools in his belt, man. It's just crazy how many tools that he got.
I'm like, so, yeah. I saw this dude, and you know what's gonna help? It's gonna help Steele, and your boy about to get a butt whooping in that camp. And it's gonna prepare them for the first game.
I mean,
You see what I'm saying?
I'll get you.
They ain't finna get. Woo. Hey, but like I say, only guy that, like I say, I don't know, Cowboy fans, stop talking about halfback. That dude do not want no old-ass halfbacks no more, injury-prone halfbacks. They done with that, man. They got the guy from Denver. He's 2 years over his injury, so he's going to be back to what he did. And now, you can't make this up. My boy and them on their show, I watched their show. They came on the show, Lord. Cowboy fans, I'm going to tell the truth. Please stop lying on the chat to get the hits. They said the halfback room last year is better than the halfback room this year.
Oh, now, man, who said that, man? Wait a minute.
Yeah, Lord. Run the damn ball.
West Coast?
My boy.
West Coast said that.
West Coast. Him and all them. Cowboy Nation. They said the halfback room last year is better than this year. You couldn't make that piss me off, Lord.
Well, one thing I'm gonna say, to give my guys some grace and mercy, man. I got to hear it within the confines of context, though. You know, context do matter. You know, context matter, man.
Lord, when you hear it,
I don't want you to be messy, Marv, today, man.
No. I seen the whole context. That pissed me off. I wish they would have opened up the show, because I would have went on there and destroyed him. And I'm going to tell you the reason why, Cowboy Nation. Rico Dotto, it took him 3 or 4 years to finally play football. And if you guys think Rico Dotto is better than that Denver halfback that ran for 900 yards his first year with a mediocre quarterback and a sorry offensive line, you guys is drunk as hell.
I gotta hear with their context.
You see what I'm saying, Lord? Let me say it again. That Denver halfback that we got, and stop listening to the podcast, y'all. Because see, it's just like you said, Lord. Soon we get a Pickens. Now everybody got something to say. Now if Pickens would have got picked up by the Redskins or the Giants or Philadelphia, they were like, oh my God. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we get the players, now the players are sorry. Now the players can't do this. Man, stop listening to some of our podcasts. And what's wrong with the Cowboy Nation? You guys got to go watch film, y'all. The first year when the Denver halfback went to Denver, the dude ran for 900 yards. The dude, he blocked better than Rico Dotto. He could catch out of the backfield. The guy is very good. Now he's going to be with this line. Man, Shotty know what he's doing, because just like you said, when Shotty was in Philadelphia, in Seattle, he had halfbacks that y'all never heard of, was running for 900, 1,000 yards.
No doubt, man. But in closing,
what's wrong with the Cowboy Nation? We down our players before they even play, before they put on a uniform, and y'all pump up other teams, and y'all make them look like they're really good. And then if our team, when our guys go there and do that, y'all like, why he didn't do it here? Because you had a sorry coach, sorry offensive line scheme, and sorry receiver scheme. And all that's about to change. How about them Cowboys? Stay focused and wait till the camp to see who's going to make it, y'all.
No doubt,
and stop
man.
crying. How about
How about them Cowboys, man?
The conference has been locked.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Oh, my gosh. So, shout out David Wood. He said, let's go DC for life. We have to be patient. Okay. I haven't heard him, so I can't judge it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, your confident meter, if you were to go into this season with Ezekiel Elliott and Rico, Hunter Luepke, and Deuce Vaughn, will you guys be satisfied with that? You know, I'm just saying, though, I'm like, will you be willing to go into this season, even though we got a different scheme, a different coach, would you be willing to say, yeah, I'm willing to say that our running backs are okay. We just going to let Rico start it off, let Zeke be the split back, we let him be the power back, the closer. Is that what you guys are saying? And you dismiss Jadon Blue, you dismiss Phil Maffey, right? You dismiss Javonte Williams. You dismiss the ideology of even Miles, not Monroe, but Sanders. Are you willing to run that back and say, you know what? All I'm going to do is just get a different coach in here, and we're going to run it back with Rico, you know, hey, and throw in Dalvin Cook for a consolation prize, right? Oh, my gosh. Look. They're always.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Now, the fact of the matter is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Our guys are unproven commodities. Jadon Blue, who run a 4.25, is an unproven commodity. So right now, on paper, Rico may just look as good as Jadon Blue. But if I'm not mistaken, is Miles Sanders, did he ever run, 1,300 yards before, 1,200 yards, when he had a decent offensive line? So I don't know when you start comparing Sanders to a Rico, you know, and even though Sanders played on the team for the Carolina Panthers and Rico is there now, it just, look, all I can say is, let it go. L-I-G it. Let it go. Zeke was here. Love Zeke. Shout out to Stacey Elliott. Love what he did for the organization. Me and him still have business ties and stuff like that. But he gone. Rico, he's gone. I don't want us to turn back. We might turn to a pillar of salt. Look, it is over. We have a new administration, and I'm banking on and betting the little dollars that I have in my back pocket that this running back game and these running backs are way better than what we had last year. If y'all are devaluing it to the point that we are having the same immense amount of running backs that we had last season, we done. We cooked. Even if you have that as a thought track, don't you know that you create everything in your mind and in your head, and then it becomes to reality? Manifestation is a real thing. So let's speak life into what we have here now. Out with the old, in with the new. I got too cool. Do you want last year's running back here?
Hell no.
To the no.
To the no. Hey, Law. Hey, I got a question though.
Talk to
What's
me, man.
a delusional fan? With delusional fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are the Cowboy fans called delusional? I had a homeboy right this morning. He said, "Man, y'all delusional." I said, "How we delusional? Y'all ain't won us since '95." But he a Falcons fan. I said, "So we delusional?" I said, "But y'all ain't never won a Super Bowl."
Period. Yeah.
You're still a fan, but we're delusional.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I think that when you are a fan of something, right? When put it like this, which one is more powerful, knowing or believing?
Knowing.
Knowing, okay, right. Because when you know something, that's in the heart, and you know that without a shred of anything else, that you know who your mother is, right? Because you came out of the womb from her. Now, it's always daddy's maybe, you know what I'm saying? Mama's baby, right? So until DNA comes into involved, and then you say, okay, yeah, that's mine, right? But when you believe in something, right, you to a point got to be delusional, because when you believe in something, you never really seen it. You never really touched it. You just have a faith-like sight or a faith-like thing that's inside of your body that you believe something is going to happen. Anybody that believe in something have to be, to a degree, delusional to a situation, because they don't know it. If we all know it, if we all know it, then we would never be put into the category of delusional, because we would say we know that this will happen, right? But when we ultimately believe in something, you got to fall into the line of delusional. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So if he's a Falcon fan and he's rooting for his team, he's delusional, because he don't know whether or not his team gonna win the Super Bowl or not, or gonna win multiple games. He just only believe. It's just for what it is.
And then also, I tell people too, man, like playing sports growing up, second place is not good enough. But every owner at the beginning of the season going to the NFL thinking their team gonna win the Super Bowl, and if you don't, you should sell the team. Every owner goes into the first game thinking their team has a chance to win the Super Bowl, and if you're not thinking that, you should sell your team.
Yeah.
Right. But I want to ask you a question, Law. What's the difference between the Cowboys lineup right now versus the Eagles or the Lions? Like what player from which one of those teams makes a difference when it comes to the offensive side of the ball?
Say that one more time for you, boys. Say that one more time.
Which team out of the Eagles and the Lions have better players on the offensive side of the ball than the Cowboys, outside of Saquon Barkley, because that's the only one you could probably name?
Then the Lions, okay. I mean, our running back room is still the unknown. I would rock with Lamb and Pickens. Call me crazy, but I like Lamb and Pickens over AJ and Smitty. I like Lamb and Pickens over what's the guy over there? St. Brown and Williams. So, but the running back room is the unknown for us, man. Hold on, I got a super chat.
I don't understand how you're a fan of a team and have no belief they can't win a SB or games during the year. We need to stop that narrative. Big facts.
Facts smoke one for you, man. He says he doesn't understand how, you be a fan of a team but with no belief, basically, right? And like I say, belief is falling into tears of delusions, because it's just for what it is, bro. It's the unknown. It's the unseen. You got to walk blindly by faith, and you got to be crazy and insane when you tell people about these type of things that's finna happen, right? And you're gonna be talked about in a weird way. But go ahead, bro.
But you know what though, Law, with that too though, it's like, and I tell my homeboys, I say, man, the thing about the Cowboys is like, even if they win a Super Bowl, Eagles will come back and be like, well, we won 2 in the past 20 years. Y'all just won 1. Nothing the Cowboys do is ever good enough. The argument started because I said, when you look at the offseason, every single move that the Cowboys have made this summer is a plus A move to going to get depth in free agency, to signing possibly 3 starters in the NFL draft, this the first 3 picks. Then you go to the signing of Pickens. I mean, if he get DJ Reader, then what are we talking about? Now you're going to say Jerry Jones really not trying if he go get DJ Reader from the Lions?
They're trying. All right, so with that being said, when you look at the inefficiencies of the Cowboys, right, you looking at, on the defensive side, one tech, because it's the unknown. Jay can probably get here and just move stuff out the way, right? And we be like, damn, we kind of good at that spot. But it's better to have it than to not, need it, than to need it to not have it type of groove. And that's what good teams do. They build their depths up so that when Mozzie don't pan out, you got Jay. Or when Jay don't pan out, you got DJ Reader. Or when DJ Reader doesn't come here, or you got somebody else, or Roquan Davis, somebody that can fit in that you don't have to worry about. And the same can be said upon even the defensive back room. There's no – look, if the Cowboys week 1 got 25 out there who's Andre Booth, then they are not trying to win. You get what I'm saying? They're not trying. But I can say and wholeheartedly that they're trying to win because I don't think that they will have Andre Booth out there, right? This is how I look at it.
Law, real quick, and then I'm going to let you go. I tell people, man, you got to look at the division. Look at the division matchups. We play these teams, 3 different teams 6 times, right?
Right.
So we got the Eagles and we got the Commanders. What do they got? They got scrambling quarterbacks. When you look at DeMarcus Lawrence was he's at the what you call it, at the end of the road. He's not that fast. When you look at that boy they went and got from Boston College, and I'm looking at his film, and I'm looking at Michael Parsons, and I already know what Michael Parsons is bringing. I dare you to let your quarterback come off the edge trying to run. So people don't think sometimes when you're looking at it, yeah, you can run to the outside or try. We're going to contain the outside. We're going to force you back up the middle. So I think sometimes when you look at it, the Cowboys coming at this from a different angle. We letting these 2 short, fast defensive ends come off the edge, come out outside to contain, and force you back up the middle. I just tell people sometimes, and then like you said too, that forces quarterbacks to do what? Hurry up and scramble and hurry up and throw.
Yep.
Which then what?
Speed up their clock. Yep. Speed up the clock. So, that's what we're looking for, man.
And remember Overshawn coming back too, so he ain't no slouch when it comes to speed either.
Here you go. You ain't lying, bro. Appreciate you for calling in too, cool.
All right, Lord, that's all I got for you. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Just to expound upon, because, you know, I know faith and all of that good stuff, man, but it's a weary road. It's a weary road when you have that, you know. Yeah. I always say, you know, the Creator wants us to be blind, crippled, and crazy. When you say that on face value, you be like, man, you got to be delusional. Blind enough to walk by faith, crippled enough to lean on him, crazy enough to know that he'll make a way out of no way. You know, you got to be damn near delusional to say, hey, I'm going to take my only son, who it took forever and a day to get here, to do this. Oh, you want me to do that? No way.
Sacrifice.
You want me to do that to my son, my flesh and blood? There's a lot of people in this chat right now that say, that'll be the day I ain't going to believe in the Creator. No way. No way. Because I ain't delusional like that. I don't have that type of belief or system or faith. But you got to be crazy enough to think it. Right? I've listened to an actor who broke it down better than what I'm saying it to a degree, right? And let's listen to it before I let 100 grand get in. All right, so hold on. Will Smith.
Certain amount of delusion that is necessary to achieve things that haven't been achieved before. You have to be, quote unquote, insane. If you're going to attempt something that no one's ever done before, that's almost the definition of insanity. Yeah. There's a certain amount of deluded naivete that is necessary to manifest things that have not been manifest. This is a thought universe. And there's a Confucius quote I love. He says, "He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right." The idea that what you think and what you believe is the first step to manifestation. You can't create it if you can't see it in your mind. If you can't believe it, you can't bring it out of the quantum field into this 3D reality. If you don't believe it, you have to have a certain deluded certainty in your magical abilities. There's a certain
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, you got to tap in. You got to tap in because regardless of it, you're going to look at it and you're going to sound foolish, right? You're going to sound foolish, man. You know, and a lot of times you're going to get spit upon, you can get talked about, right? You're going to be looking at life itself and saying, this Law Nation man with a beard and a headband on, hey, you mean to tell me he's going to talk about this? He's going to do Cowboys content? And don't you see what he left behind to do this? You about to be out your cotton picking mind. Boy, you better go back and do the things that you went to school for, right? Man, you got to be crazy. You got to be delusional, right? So when you've been following a team and supporting a team for 30 years, 30 seasons, everybody that's a Cowboy fan that's been still shoulder to shoulder with this team, you damn right you love this team because you can easily jump ship. It is easier. It is easier right now to say that you are low-key, and I hate to say this, but I hate to give them flowers. It's easier to say you're an Eagle fan right now, coming off of a Super Bowl, having Howie Roseman doing every will and deal decision, right? And when I asked Lord Brunson last night, what weak spots do your team have? And he couldn't even admit that his quarterback couldn't hit water if he fell off a boat, right? But by his quarterback being surrounded by so many pieces, that he alleviates all of those things. Because there's not a game that you can look back at and say, hey, that quarterback by himself was able to win without an AJ or a Smitty, without a run game. But there's many of games that we can look back at for the Cowboys and say, man, they put everything on 4. But there will still be multitudes of people that still say that 4 have the equivalency of what Hurts got over there in Eagles land. The exact same thing. That's every Eagle fan and that's every 3-letter, 4-letter brainwashed person that watched those platforms would say 4 have the same opportunities. Oh, yeah. It's crazy that's just how that happens, you know. Jada Pickett head lock. Y'all better leave Jada alone. Yeah. My guy, Kid Cowboy 66. Shit, yeah. Quit making excuses, right? Yeah. Jalen Tolbert is equivalent to Smitty in his mind, right? I'm not picking on you, but all of the things that we've seen, the moves that the Eagles made, is equivalency of what the Cowboys made last season. You know, there's no excuses. We should have won every game. No excuses. Because y'all listen so much to the 3-letter, 4-letter network, and people clearly refuses to look up the film and understand what quarters defense is, to understand how to attack quarters, to understand how to attack 2 high safety looks. To understand how when NFL teams start 2 rookie offensive linemen, that there's going to be a drop-off when especially you have 1 starting at left tackle. But stop making excuses. Yeah, it's excuses, right? That Tyler Guyton's supposed to be on the kinds of levels of an all-pro left tackle, even in his rookie year. Even though there will be people that will say stop making excuses when there are guys literally coaching this team named Jeff Blasco, who never coached running backs ever. Never coached running backs ever. To be given a position to coach running backs. Scott McCurley, who really shouldn't be coaching linebackers. If you've seen him, he never looked like he played a shred of football or even linebacker. But our linebacker room's supposed to be the best in the National Football League. I can't make this stuff up. But other teams, they go out, they find the best coaches or the best assistant coaches, and they put them on said roster. Now that we are doing that with Shotty, it's a breath of fresh air to see coaches who absolutely know how to coach out there on the field. But, hey, as they say, stop with the excuses, right? You know, I can't make this stuff up. Well, $100,000, hey, I guess he hung up. But I got Hoodie from the 484. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What up, bro? This is Hoodie Kush yet again.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna call. So stop making excuses. There should be no excuse now because Dak finally got a number 2 receiver, and no excuses, no excuse.
Yeah.
What was the excuse for Tony Romo then?
Yeah.
What was the excuse for Quincy Carter? What was the excuse for Alex Wright?
Yeah.
What was the excuse?
Yeah.
There are no excuses. There's never an excuse. You go out there to win the game. You go out there to win the game. You play with the hand that you're dealt. And if you're dealt a shitty hand, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah, I gonna win.
Dak has never been dealt a great hand. He never had a royal flush. He ain't ever had a straight flush or a 2 of a kind. This is his first time he's having a 2 of a kind. The first time. We playing poker here, people. We ain't playing pity pat talk, none of that. We playing poker. This is a man's game.
Now, to be fair, Hoodie, he was dealt a real good deck in 2021. You dealt a real good deck, right? Yeah, that's a real good deck. Right. That's a real good deck of cards right there. But the problem is with that deck of cards, bro. He was coming off of almost a catastrophic type of injury, right? I mean, people fail to realize that even in that. Go ahead, put it in perspective. Yeah. Go ahead. I love it.
Dak's been in the league 10 years, correct?
This
will be year 10.
Yeah, going 9. Yeah.
He's only missed the playoffs 3 times. Guess what, everybody? All 3 times that he missed the playoffs, he wasn't on the field.
Man, come on with it.
Meaning, if Dak is on the field, that gets us to a playoffs. That gets us to the playoffs 6 to 7 out of the 10 years that he's been playing. What is it that everybody's missing? Oh, no excuses, Dak. The whole point of playing the game is to get to the playoffs, right? So what do you have to do in order to get to the playoffs? You got to win in the regular season.
You win your division, yeah.
You don't win in the regular season, you don't get to the playoffs. Yeah. Well, this dude is notorious for beating on everybody and beating on almost everybody in the league to get to the playoffs. We have a chance. There's 3 things that go into a Super Bowl run. Discipline, skill, and a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck.
You can have all the skill you want. If you don't got discipline, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. You can have all the skill you want. I don't care how hard you work at it. If you have 0 discipline, it's not going to work.
Big old facts, bro. Big old facts.
Some of the defense that we've had were very undisciplined. Some of our offensive linemen that we've had over the years in Dak's tenure have been very undisciplined.
Yeah.
There's always things that go into it. It's not just Dak, y'all. It's not just – and Dak even told y'all after the Green Bay loss, we got to play better. I have to play better, and we have to play better. This is a team, bruh. This is not golf. This isn't tennis where one slip-up could cost you a set. You know what I'm saying? This is football where 11 men on
the conference has been unlocked.
Unison.
Yeah.
Have to play in unison. When you it's like you go out with your family, right?
Right.
And we are, or you know, like I know, your family is a reflection of the man that leads them. Your family is the reflection of the man that leads them. So if the dude who's leading them is undisciplined, what do you expect the family to be? Undisciplined. But if the dude that's leading them is very disciplined and you expect the team behind him to be disciplined, but then there's just that one bad apple or those 2 bad apples or those 3 bad apples, it's going to tear down the whole apple tree.
Big old fact.
The whole apple tree.
Man,
everybody's got
you preaching, bro. You preaching, Hoodie, man. God dog, man. Yeah.
Not just the running back. They say I heard somebody say that that the running back room last year is better than this year. We don't know what these guys are. I know what Miles Sanders is in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He just came from a bad situation in Carolina. I know what Javonte Williams is. I had him in fantasy for the past 2 years. So that dude's been pretty serviceable, even after the injury. So we're not even going to sit here and act like this dude can't play ball. He can. How about this? We just wait and see.
Wait and see, man. My brother, man, you coming in here with some good energy, man. I appreciate you, man, for calling in, Hoodie. Yeah.
These for life, man. You already know, 43 years old, been a Cowboys fan since then.
Yeah.
Since the day I was born. So It's always that with me. I'm gonna try to keep it as real as possible. But you already know what it is, man. How about them Cowboys? Let's live on the bright side.
Yes, indeed, man. It's Hoodie Kush, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Kushites, man. Come on with it. Use them. Come on with it. You know, hey, no matter how you try to tame it, a zebra or zebra is never a horse. Don't y'all know that there are more bites and deaths out of zoos from the zebra than a lion? Because you may be looking at something from the outside looking in and saying, oh man, that's just going to be like a horse. Their bites are 10 times stronger than a horse bite. I'm giving y'all, I'm a zoologist now, boy. I mean, they unpredictable. People can ride camels, they can ride horses, all of these other things. But you rarely see a man on a zebra because they are volatile. You just never know. They'll snap on you quick, fast, in a hurry. And they got a strong bite, and they kick you one time. They're going to send you to Allah. You're going to be waking up, like, oh, yeah, wait a minute now. Where am I? Yeah, you seeing Peter and Paul in them. Yeah. And when you look at things, that's just how life is. Those are not excuses. Oh, man, he got 4 legs. Ride him just like a horse. No, it's different. I got my brother from another mother, don't look like Danny Glover, 100 grand with the plan from the 201. You live. Talk to me.
My God.
Yo.
Man, everybody know this right now. Man, everybody know this right now.
Break it down.
Get it now. Get it now. Grab the Cowboys with the 6.5 right now. Put money on that money line right now, and get that under 46 right now. Don't wait. Get it right now.
Yeah.
Get it right now.
Take the over.
Take the money line, all that. We're going to beat the Eagles, man. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to beat the Eagles. That's free money. Take that money line. We're going to beat the Eagles. If you don't want to take the money line, take the points.
Yeah, the points.
Get it right now. Because it might go in our favor. They might want to up it. It might get up.
Yeah,
so then
take it
out.
Go
back and take more of the money.
Yeah.
Get more of that plus money. You know what I'm saying?
Take the money out.
We're going to shock. We're going to shock them, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to shock them, though. I'm trying to tell you. We're going to shock them. And this is why number one, they can't stop Dak. I'm sorry. There's nothing they can do with Dak Prescott. Nothing they can do with Dak Prescott. He got 2 weapons now. 2 of them boys. Listen, man. And like you say, Jake Ferguson, that got him room to roam. And then now we got Blue. We got my man from Denver that can catch out the backfield. Those are release valves. We never had. We only had that. Tony Pollard wasn't really a catch out the backfield guy like that.
Right. And even though he could do it, but we didn't have the plan designs.
No. So now what you gonna do now? What you gonna do? You gotta play everybody straight up. You can't cheat nowhere on the field, though.
Yeah, come on.
You can't cheat nowhere on the field.
And guess what? The counterparts, that's how they was winning last year. It was hard for teams to cheat, when they finally slowed the running back guy. You had AJ on the island by himself with a 5'10" cornerback that he's just picking it off, and Smitty, he can do his thing, taking the top off the defense. So you had to cover every blade of grass. So what I was telling LB is, just wait. If it's a shootout, I'm taking 4 because I don't think that Hurts can go into a shootout, But
Hurts can't do.
Come on
Hurts
with
ain't got it.
Come on with it.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Hurts ain't got it with the shootout, man. If Saquon ain't working, it's a done deal, man.
Done data.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell you, when you play a team that got you straight up, it's nothing you can do. And here's the thing. See, the Chiefs couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs offense, they stopped running the ball.
Yeah.
And they was just passing the ball. If you would have kept running the ball, kept them honest, the game wouldn't have got out of hand like that.
Yeah.
With the Cowboys, you gotta respect the run. You gotta respect it because we got the same line y'all got.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better. We got the same line y'all got. So we can knock dudes out the way just like y'all. Y'all know y'all don't got the safeties to stop us. Y'all don't got the cornerbacks. So what you gonna do? And then you want the linebacker to go up against Jadon Blue? Come on, man.
On the island. Yes, indeed.
Man. Lord,
it's gonna be
we
good.
gonna shock them. We gonna shock them, Lord. And I'm planning on being there. Them tickets, man, kind of rough. You gonna need to spend some bread, Lord. Man, them tickets, man.
Take some money out.
It's like $800 to $1,000. You want some good seats? The nosebleeds are like $400. I ain't sitting in no nosebleeds.
Hey, no, don't sit in no nosebleeds.
Spend like $1,000 on them tickets, man. But hey, man.
We'll be there. I'll probably be there in spirit, man. Hey, let them know.
You said you was coming. Yeah. You said you was gonna be there last night. I said, okay. Lord, gonna be there. I have my highlight.
Well, I gotta get that sponsored. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sponsors, y'all here? I fool around and get there. People gonna be singing, "How did you get here?" It better be a sponsor. I can't go out there on my own dime. You know what I'm saying? Especially leaving up out of Oxnard. So Oxnard, Eagles. I got $5. I just got $5 added to it from Smoke One for you. Hold on. Hold it tight.
Y'all want to see a master class? Go watch the Cardinals versus the Eagles last year. The run destroyed them all game. Clayton Adams was the OC facts.
Yeah, so Smoke One for you. He states that the Cardinals destroyed the Eagles last year on the run attack. So yeah, I mean.
See what I'm saying?
But
I'm saying? We got him over here.
Over here.
Jadon Blue and Maffa and Miles said this. Now everybody wants to. I get the Nick Chubb.
No. Before you talk about Chubb. Before you talk about Chubbs. Do you believe that this running back room is better than the last year running back room? Because that's what MJ. Okay. I just might have to make sure we put that out there.
I'm gonna leave my comments to myself on that one. You know what I mean? I don't want to start no. I'm gonna just leave my comments to myself because both of them my boys. You know what I mean? And I don't want to. You know.
Sacrifice.
I'm gonna let him make it. You know what I'm saying?
It's an evil world we live in.
I just got to go back, man. I got to go back and listen to what they say, man. What they said.
I didn't hear it, so I didn't hear it, but you know.
Hey, it's the old chalk it up.
For another day.
If a tree falls in the forest, do it say "damn"? Man, you know what I'm saying, or do it just fall? You know, they say trees talking. That tree part say, "God damn."
But the room is better though.
Yeah.
The room is better because we didn't have explosives. Man, come on, man.
Okay, yeah, that part.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Rico wasn't running no more. Running nowhere.
Yeah.
We could get 20 yards with Blue just like that.
Yeah. Catch that edge.
Maffa got some wiggle to him too. Maffa got a little bit of speed on him.
Yeah, Maffa stats ain't bad either. Yeah, from college.
And we get dude from Denver. He coming off the injury. He got speed to him too. It's not like he's slow.
What about Dino Bites? What about Dino Bites Deuce?
Nah, he out of here. Come on.
Oh my gosh, man.
He out of here. He out of here, Lo.
Yeah.
He out of here. We could cut him right now, and he'll make waivers. He'll come back on the practice squad. Ain't nobody picking him up, so he good. He's just gonna be on the practice squad.
Man, Dano Deuce, man.
Who picking Deuce up, Law? Let's be honest. And I understand everybody like Deuce and all this.
The Eagles.
Come on, man. You think the Eagles might pick up Deuce?
just to pick our brains. Like, what the Cowboys really doing over there?
You right. You right.
Them or the Washington team. Yeah.
You right.
They ain't no nugget Deuce, man. I'm gonna get, man, Seabass got me all messed up, man, when he said Dino Deuce, bro. I literally, like, that day before, I fed my kids some Dino Bites, man. It was like a little package, little chicken nuggets, man. But it's crazy as hell. Right. But man, what else you got before I let you go, bro?
And I told you what the Giants think about that defense. Matt Bad Dog told you about. I told you, Lord, they are raving about this defense. They saying they're gonna catch everybody slipping. I told you. You hit Bad Dog.
But you know what? I heard
defense. They are up in arms about this defense.
Do you remember when the Giants won that playoff game and they're coming off of the playoff with Daniel Jones? I remember
they spent $200 million on that defense, and it was Barsudu trapped. I remember that.
Yeah. So what happened was we did the Super Friend show. And it was the Cowboys versus Giants week 1, right? And they beat me down. They were saying that the Cowboys gonna do X, Y, and Z. And all I know was I turned on the TV, I was doing the play-by-play, and we hung 40 on them boys. You know, I heard all of the Jalen Hyatts, how he was gonna pick us apart, and our DBs and Daniel Jones. Remember Daniel Jones better than Dak Prescott? Yeah. So I embrace the fact that Bad Dog feels a certain way. But I'm old enough to remember that even Sierra husband, when he had a better team, you know what I'm saying, with the Steelers, with the Seattle Seahawks, and we still gave him a run for his money, right? I forgot his name, Russell Wilson. I keep forgetting his name. But what I'm telling you, that I ain't worried about Russell Wilson in Giants land, because we beat him when he was healthy and when he was younger, when he was with the doggone Seahawks.
Not worried about them. Come on, man. Listen.
Yeah.
And when they was with the Seahawks, remember they had the #1 defense and they had
DK.
They had running game.
They had DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They had all of them.
They got Scottable. Y'all ain't got no line. Come on, man. Y'all think Scottable gonna be the next Saquon? Come on, man. It ain't happening. Louis T. Oh, we get. Listen, man. Louis, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna run. Louis, my guy. But you getting all these primetime games so y'all could get smashed. I ain't never heard of somebody who's going to get all these primetime games to get beat in primetime.
Come on with it, man.
Let's be real, man. I'm not scared of. Come on, man. We got the best receiving core in the whole NFC.
We do. Come on with it,
NFC.
Say it loud enough, man, so the people can hear you way in the back.
We got the best receiving core in the whole NFC.
Come on with it, man.
I didn't say the East. I said the NFC.
Come on with it, man. All we need is Forrest healthy and just protect him a little bit, and you will see, because you can't even name me the other wide receiver when Lamb was going crazy that year.
Ford gonna be protected because now we got a running game. Ford ain't it ain't gonna be 40 passes a game. It's not. We gonna get that sweet number, 30 and 30.
Come on with it, man. That's
30 and 30.
That's that Big Game James. Yeah. I already know.
Shout out to Big Game James.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
No doubt, man.
Ford ain't gotta be throwing the ball all day, and then now we got a line that can protect them. All we need, and I hope what you're saying comes through, we need that one tech. That's the only thing that scares me and makes me nervous. I'm not worried about the corners, because if you could get to the quarterback, and you could put just about any corner back there. They ain't got to hold that long.
Yeah.
They ain't got to hold that long.
They know that ball got to get out 2-3 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not worried about the corners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about the corners. I need a one. I don't trust Mozzie. I don't trust Mozzie at all. We need a better one tech. If we get a better one tech, watch out. Watch out. Top 5 defense.
Yeah,
Right,
Mozzie got a bad credit score. That's all with him, 400, 500 credit score. You gotta trust him. He need a co-signer. Man, what co-signer, man?
But hopefully he understands.
Yeah.
Hopefully he understands.
Yeah.
You on your way out.
Yeah.
All this strongness and all that stuff, you better put that to an end if you want to stay in the league, son.
And they understand the cost.
Yeah.
All right, though,
all right, bro. That's 100 grand. Yeah. My only stance with Mozzie is that when he's filling out the application, he got to have someone else on the application. That's all I'm saying. I like him. I think that, hey, he been dealt with bad. When my guy Hoodie Kush was saying dealt with bad cards, he been dealt with bad cards. Right. I mean, he got the apartment in his name when he was too young to pay for the bill, right? And shame on the Cowboys for drafting the guy in the first round. And, hey, let's put him out there, knowing that it takes 3 years for that thing to grow, And Mozzie been having bad credit, man. They done took a car out in his name. They didn't pay the bill. And now the person done gone to another team. And then the next year, they do the exact same thing. Let me take a house loan out in your name, Mozzie. Yeah. And then he look around, Daddy, where you at? Daddy gone. So this is his 3rd year, but everything is in his name. Yeah, so he got bad credit right now. So hopefully we can get some credit repairs, man, and get him going. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. His debt to income ratio is terrible, man. Mozzie credit qualifies for him a 30% interest right on a 1995 Honda. Boy, Daco, you crazy. But, hey, we've seen some credit repair workshops to work out for him, man. We just got to make sure that all of those hard inquiries can get off his report. He got hard inquiries, man. We can get them hard inquiries removed, right? And then all of a sudden, we can start paying down on some of the debt. Maybe he can get his feet working together, get his shoulders lower. Maybe we can get him approved for a 1-bedroom, But the 2-bedroom and the spa and all of that stuff, he can't get approved for that, And he for damn sure can't get approved for a house yet. He's apartment shopping right now. That's where his lane is at. I got 972. Then I got my dog D Shift from the 409. All right, so the 972. You live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, Law?
Yeah, what's good? What's good, bro?
Say, man, good calls, man. Before me, man, I can't really talk that. Them boys said some good things, man. Each one of them guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Say much love to you, Law Nation. But one thing I do want to point out, man, you be having so much haters getting on your stream.
Yeah.
Hey, go somewhere else. Watch somebody else. If you ain't a Dallas Cowboy fan, what is you doing on this stream for, man? What is go listen and watch somebody else YouTube stream. Get your motherfucking ass off Law Nation.
Get him off of there. Yeah, tell him get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching him.
Are you shitting me? Man. Hey, this is number 1 stream. Top. So you don't want to watch? You don't want to see what we got brewing over here? You don't want to see the young man Jerry Jones trying to go get? We ain't getting old men no more in the NFL. We get young men with young legs ready to go eat something up.
Yeah.
And turn up whatever. Eagle. Well, it don't even matter. It ain't got to be no eagle, man. I'm talking about he's just whatever. Bring it on, man. That's what Jerry Jones building for. And I liked it, man. It's coming. And you better believe it's coming. So haters, love that. I ain't saying we're going to go out here win no Super Bowl this year. I ain't saying we're going to go out here.
All right, Troy.
Good 12 games. A good 12 games, good 12, 13 games. I see it coming with these young guys. Because guess what? Everybody they got come from a good program in college, and they going to smash. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better watch out. Hey, look.
Let's smash, man. Come on with it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh. I left you too quickly. What you about to say?
Hey, man, and it's Cowboys all day, Law Nation.
Let's get it, man. Come on with it. Yeah. That's the type of energy I like, man. Shoot. Yeah. Mozzie should be strictly rotational piece. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my guy, he just Don't cut him. Nah. He's still able. He just got to just pay his rent on time. That's all. Rent due, Mozzie. Just got to stand up and pay for it. All right. D shift, and I got room for one more after D shift because we got to go. 409, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, real quick, man. Like what they were saying, man. One thing I want to point out about Miles, bro. Like these past 2 years, though, he's had a combined totals of like 184 carries or so, something like that. And then, of course, the year before, he was over there with Philly, and he almost had like 1,300 yards. So we essentially are getting a guy who's still in his fifth, sixth year, body-wise, as a running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
so, like,
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
He's basically been put on the shelf for 2 years. If he's gotten less than 200 carries in 2 years, running backs, you get about almost 300 if you that guy. But he's been pretty much in bubble wrap for these past.
Let me ask you this though. What do you expect from him?
From Miles?
Yeah, what do you expect from him?
Man, I expect. I mean, we didn't expect much from Darren McFadden when he ran it up. You know what I'm saying? He just had a good offensive line, and he had somewhat of a decent quarterback play. But you're talking about some running backs who were on bad teams and who now have a all-pro caliber quarterback and all-pro caliber receiver and another budding star in Pickens. Ferguson should be a lot better as a number 3-4 option versus the number 2, number 3 threat.
Yeah.
So when you talk about Miles, man, I mean, I think it's fair if he can go back to what he was averaging his first 3 years in Philly, 800 some yards.
Right. He's not going to be a bell cow. None of these guys going to be bell cows, right? They're going to be running back by committee. Yeah.
But I mean, we also have seen like teams have success with committees and not having bell cows, and there's honestly not a lot of bell cows who carry their team to Super Bowls. LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's more than one way to get what we're trying to get done. Now, like, yeah, we have no argument to say they're not Saquon. We're not saying that. Right. But to like totally diminish these guys and not really go back and, like you say, put things in the context, like I think he'll be more than suitable. Like if you play him correctly, if he gets that opportunity, I'm not gonna say 1,000, but I'm sure we can get a couple of guys who gonna run 600-700 yards for you and get some touchdowns for you. Like you like to have that all around guy to where you don't know if he's coming in to catch, to run between the tackles, or the block or whatnot. You'll be kind of dialing up based off the personnel who you have on the field. So that's the only drawback to a committee. But I think Miles, I think he's gonna surprise some people. I think he's gonna be one of those guys that kind of come out of nowhere for you. And like you just outdoes your expectations pretty much.
No doubt, man.
And for Mozzie, when it comes down to him having been the first round pick, bro, like I think the point of bust, yeah, he didn't come in immediately and have an impact, but that don't mean that you're not gonna get an impact from him coming in this third year. Guy gets drafted first round, you saying that he's coming in year one having an impact. Okay, he didn't do that, so by definition he's a bust. But going into year 3, like he might be able to start doing things like Jonathan Hankins was doing. Like he kind of like Hank, right? Hank didn't come in just gang bust, and he was a little bit better than with Mozzie.
Yeah.
But same token, man, I think you can get you a quality guy.
No doubt, man. Good call from you, man. I appreciate you, big dog.
Man.
Thank you,
yes,
man.
Take it easy.
That's my guy D Shift. 3 years. It took Dexter Lawrence 3 years. Now everybody likes him, And he was a first-round draft pick, and he was considered a whole lot better than Mozzie. He was drafted a whole lot earlier. To a degree, Jordan Davis, if you look at his stat line, it's not like his very gaudy numbers. And that's what normally one techs do, right? They don't generate gaudy numbers, right? And, of course, Jordan Davis, coming out of the draft, is a higher-graded player than a Mozzie, right? I'm not protecting Mozzie at any cost, but what I'm telling y'all, that one techs, they are hard to find. The quickest way to getting you a real nice one tech is letting someone else draft them, and then you just trade for them. You know, that's the quickest way. That's the quickest path to a good one tech. But if you're going to develop one, and if you're going to spend a very high pick on him, you better hope that you hit on that. Outside of if you have top 10 picks and you know for sure definitively that this one tech is him, right? It took Justin Matabuke 3 years. And I think he plays a little 3 too. Jeffrey Simmons, it took him 2.5 years, right? So it takes time for one tech, and the Jeffrey Simmons more of a 3. But it's hard, baby. But right now, they done ran up that Mozzie credit. They done put a car in his name, 2 or 3 apartments in his name, and now it's time to cash in. Now it's time for him to stand tall with it, and he got a 450 credit score. Hopefully this coaching staff can repair his credit. But last but not least, man, I got Glenn out of Philly from the 215. You're live on the nation. The other gentlemen, y'all can call back tomorrow when we open up the lines. But you live with it, man. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law? Thanks for taking my call, bro.
No, hey, thank you for calling in.
Appreciate you. Yo, you said Mozzie need a co-signer, huh?
Yeah, need a co-signer. DJ Rita, come on, sign these papers for my boy.
Call Auntie.
Yeah, come on, Auntie. We'll call Auntie. Charlotte Jones, come on, Auntie. Come on.
You're wrong. I'm not going to hold you. I got two. I just want to make a point about Overshown. Did anyone mention that Jerry Jones gave him that 0 so he can get him to, take that discount for the next contract? Was that a play on Jerry?
I mean, I hope Jerry can live to see it. Yeah, it could be. I mean, God, dog, Jerry talking like he got 1,000 tokens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He would not give up that 0 to save his life. Now all of a sudden he gives it a, you know what Jerry gonna do with that.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was interesting. I don't believe that. I think we can get Marvin Sapp on your special guest. And I think we need to preach to the congregation of Cowboy Nation. And I think we can raise some money to get you to Philly.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay, what you got?
I have an idea. Straight up. I think you and Okoye need to set up a fund. We're going to raise some money, get y'all here to Philly. If we come short, the money goes to a charity. But I can't see how we can come short. I think you can set up an account, the two of you, and we can get you to Philly. This is Okoye's hometown.
Yeah.
And you guys need to go to the game.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You have my number, Law.
Yeah.
I'm working on some things. Call me offline if you find it in your heart, and we can talk some things. But we can get you here to Philly.
Hold tight for me. Hold on. Let me save you in my Batmobile phone. Hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I got you on my other line, but I don't have you on this line. Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, hold on. One. And I'm going to have this number right here. 42. Okay, good. All right, boom. All right, so you see that Mississippi number coming through? You probably ain't see it, but you
I got you.
Yeah, okay, all right, it's Mississippi
I got you.
All right, so I'm gonna hit you up. But Okoye, he be doing stuff with Gilly and stuff, I think Dez gonna do something with that boxing. Okay. Okay.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. Okay, so hit me up and we can talk. Maybe these things can work out. But in the meantime, get Marvin Sapp as your special guest.
Yeah.
Understand the cost. And we're going to get the nation to start throwing them coins.
And they understand the cost.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So week one, maybe we can pull forces together and I could be in brotherly love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm bringing some Texas cheese steaks with me, though. I don't know about the cheese steaks.
Yeah, that's all right. You can leave those on the plane. You good.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right, how about them Cowboys? Go Cowboy Nation. One love.
One love, man. There are a lot of people around here
Goodbye.
that have resources, believe it or not, that can be willing to be at this time sponsors for Law Nation, And I get it, when you're an independent creator that I am, We need resources. We do need funds. Hey, don't shoot the messenger here. But at the end of the day, I saw a donation bucket at Walmart, and aren't they a $1 billion organization? They make billions. I haven't made that amount of money yet, and they take donations. So I really appreciate y'all support, your love, and your donation to help elevate the nation. We do really appreciate these lean times of the years when everything is pretty much feast or famine, right? Those type of things. But as we continue to proceed to give you guys what you need, daily content is what we're going to do here. And sometimes I go overboard, right? You know, it makes no sense for me to be live this long. YouTube algorithm, if I was an algorithm gamer, you know, they say, hey, only go live for 45 minutes to an hour. All of that long stuff, you know, shut it down. But, you know, I love y'all and y'all love me. And this is like therapy to me. Y'all help. Believe it or not, you guys are helping me out, you know, because at the end of the day, I have so much time, you know, I would be doing something else, but you guys are helping me out. There's a lot of mental things that be going on up in this head, right? And everybody got a mental problem. They just don't want to admit it, right? But at the end of the day, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I know y'all love me too. Come on with it. And if you don't, then that's okay. Man, you know, keep watching. You may fall in love.
10 seconds left.
But come on with
Super Bowl this year.
I'm going to say Buffalo finally wins it.
Ooh.
Cowboys.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, Stray.
You
know better than that. Come on, Troy.
Come on, and that's my favorite quarterback. Some people love Roger Staubach. Some people love Tony Romo, Randy Cunningham. He played for the Cowboys. Tony Banks. Some people like Tony Banks, believe it or not. Some people like Quincy Carter. Some people like Dak Prescott. But my favorite quarterback, man. Oh, my God. Troy Aikman, the last Dallas Cowboy quarterback to lift up that Lombardi trophy. He's my favorite quarterback. People don't know. Twin can tell you, I fought more for Troy Aikman because I was in my youth, I was young, than any quarterback that ever wore the silver and blue. Oh, yeah, I fought. And believe it or not, Tony Romo, I fought a lot for Tony. Yes, indeed. Boy, I was fighting a lot of folks for Tony damn Romo. Yeah. And now I'm still fighting for Dak. Hope Dak can get us one. Yeah. But at the end of the day, whether it's Dak Prescott, Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach, they all got the silver and blue. The only Cowboys quarterbacks to win Super Bowls, right, been even numbers. Well, Dak, come on, baby. You got an even number. 12, 8, and 4. You know, come on with it. It makes it right. 12, 8, and 4. Come on with it. Give me the numbers on that, Cowboy Nation. So, Dak, figure it out. Let's figure it out. And don't y'all leave before the benediction. Stand tall or not at all. Let's get this thing going the best way possible. Mama said there will be days literally just like this. You win some, you lose some, Cowboy Nation, but we stick together. I like what Ace Boogie is going to put in the chat. Road to 6. You can be delusional. You can be insane. You can be crazy. But if you all believe a road to 6 starts right now, put road to 6. I don't give a dog how bad people will talk about you. I don't give a dog how distasteful that they will believe of you. I don't give a dog how they may talk back about you behind your back. But if you ultimately believe in something, as delusional as it may be, don't let the naysayers talk you up out of what your belief system is. One of the biggest parts of that George Pickens interview that is bestowed upon you guys from earlier, about 2 hours ago, is basically, he said, I'm not going to allow someone's opinion becomes my reality. They counted me out anyway. They think that I'm one of these dogs that don't have a tame ability. All right, George, I'll just play it, George. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Hey, down, boy, shit. Hey, somebody took him off the leash. But regardless of what may be said with the Giants fans, regardless of what may be said of the Washington fans, regardless of what they may say in Eagles world, deep down in their hearts, we all know that they want to be where we at. Even if it's been 30 years, 30 seasons, they still want to have 5 rings. Ultimately, when I asked Lord Brunson last night, you want another one, right? Regardless of the road that they travel, regardless, I'm running out of time on my motivational music, let's rewind it. Regardless of the road that they want to travel, we done already been down that road. Regardless of the pathway that they are saying that they trying to do, we done already banged down that pathway. Regardless of whatever they may say about the mighty Cowboys and how old our relics may be, I come here to tell you, they still want what we got. Keep that in mind, Cowboy Nation, when you are listening to what I'm saying. And when you are in the barbershops, and you are in the alleyways, and you are in no businesses, and they talking bad about you, spitting upon you, and telling you how long it's been for 30 years and 30 seasons, regardless of it. And the right, Angie? Yeah, they still want to be where we are at. I remember a song that came out and said, yeah, I've been there, I done that. My bad, wrong part of it. I beat it up. Come on, baby. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you all away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty. Shout out to you, Jason Bourne, for the $20
Let's go, man!
super chat.
Let's go!
You will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Let's get it. That's been my time. We about. Yeah.
Time to run it up.
Yeah. Run it up there, baby. And that is not a marijuana tree behind me.
Flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up.
Come on.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip.
That do look like MJ.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Come on.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me
Can't
lazy.
call all lazy,
Put in
baby.
my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, Law Nation. Come on, Cowboys. Let's get it.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip.
Hey, Bama boy, in the word of Roll Tide. Ain't that right, Gina? Roll those credit. Come on with it. Don't zone me, baby. If you wreck, hit Frenkel up, though. Come on.
I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
Come on.
One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that
If you haven't hit that
pain.
like button nor share
I made
this
a promise
content,
to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Are you not entertained?
I wake up.
Flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this.
If you don't like Law Nation,
No sleep, no rest. Might crash,
Come
might
on.
wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
I just realized I do say come on with it all the time. I can't change it. Come on with it.
Rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
What we got, baby? I got beans.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It is you! I cannot believe it! Oh. Greetings, Your Highness!
Come on with it, baby. Rico. Chill, Mo D. Come on. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be okay? Come on, y'all sing it with me. Angie, Camo, Dak Owens. Y'all sing the song. Wherever you go, whatever you do. Shout out to your amp. Smoke one for you. David Woods. Bama Boy. And Rico.
And another one.
Bullet.
7 wonders all in one.
Sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies. What we sing?
Don't let the street lights hit you.
David Woods. I hear you singing it all the way from here.
It's dangerous to go alone.
It's danger, baby.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be okay too?
Cooper Flag, baby. Cooper Flag just followed me, man. I'm successful now, baby. Cooper Flag. Oh no.
Play it too. Damn. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
It's an evil world we live in.
So far, so far.
I love the last note.
crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far.
Come on with it.
If a baby crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Last note.
Fly on.
That boy David Woods, he said he could really sing.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight.
If the Mavs smart, they would trade that flag to the Lakers.
This is a small seed. If I get
Go Lakers, baby.
To give this, I'm challenging each of you all.
Lakers in 8, baby.
To give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs what it. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving,
that boy said, come on.
Just put your hand on the. Take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys.
Giving is worship.
Oh my goodness.
This ain't the time to talk.
Yeah, I'm
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20.
Yeah,
1,000
on
people
paper.
online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Sacrifice.
That's
Don't
it.
give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Take your money out. Depend on you.
If
you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Y'all know I love what I do. Appreciate y'all, man. One love, peace. Super Bowl talk, Troy. M&F Aikman. Let's go.
Nobody does it better.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.